Welcome to the SBD Spider-Man lifting series. What's up, YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood SBD Spider-Man tuning in, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down the low bar squat tips and a few common mistakes. Now the first thing we're going to do is take the exact same hand grip on the bar, like so, and we're going to wrap our thumbs on top to help keep our wrist in a neutral position. Now we're going to align our feet so that the barbell is directly over our midfoot. Now when we pop the bar out, it's going to make it extremely easy to transition into our walkout. Now that we got the barbell lined up over our midfoot, we're going to look for the shelf of the barbell. And I'm going to pause it right here so you can see how the barbell is resting on my rear delts. So now I'm going to put the steps together. So the first thing we're going to do is our hands bar over midfoot, and bar is going to be shelved on the posterior delts. Now we got a couple steps here. We want to put our head in a neutral position, looking slightly down, elbows tucked down and in to engage the back. And from this position, now this is the only time in the world that you can do a quarter squat. And you're going to pop the bar up and let it settle. Is we're going to find our squatting stance. Now, in general, depending on your structure, we're going to be roughly about shoulder width apart, and your toe point is either going to be anywhere from parallel to about 30 degrees. Now that we've got our routine that we're going to repeat every single time, now we're going to make our walkout super efficient, and what I want you to see is how many steps it takes to get in my squat stance. Before we squat, we're going to talk a little bit about bracing and staying tight through the abdominal wall. So what we're going to do is, now I can't take off my mask because I don't want people to know who I am, and I got to keep my family safe. But we're going to take a deep breath in, into the stomach, not into the chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill our stomach up with air and tighten 360 degrees all the way around. And I'll show you what that looks like. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but I'm still not taking off the mask. Now let's talk a little bit about the descent. Now once we finish our setup and we walk the bar out efficiently, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a brace. So we're going to take a big air into the stomach, and we're going to hold that for the entirety of the squat. From there we're going to break at the hips, and we're going to sit straight down. Now when we sit straight down, we want a slightly forward torso lean. This is going to keep you in a better position. It's perfectly safe to lean forward in the squat, and we're going to keep our knees tracking over our feet, again, for the entirety of the squat. And that's the descent. Bottom of the squat, our position is going to be like so. And what I want to do is I want to drive my hips, back, and quads directly up, keeping that neutral back position, and stand up. And that's going to look like so. So we're going to go into 3 of the most common mistakes. It's going to be the number 1 mistake, and that's going to be quarter squatting. And that's going to look like this. Is a bad wrist position. So we always want a neutral wrist position, but I'm going to show you what the mistake looks like. And this is going to be pretty stressful on the wrist. So thumb comes on top, and now we come into our neutral position. And our final mistake is gonna be the stripper squat. Now Spider-Man's gonna twerk for you guys. Subscribe, like. We're doing a squat tutorial.
Okay, cool.
We're here with the legend, the White Rhino. What's your raw totals?
Shoot, I don't even remember anymore. That was so long ago. 2303 was the biggest. So
Okay.
I think that was a 865 squat, 606 bench, and a 837 deadlift.